So what we're doing today, this is the 1940 Allis Chalmers B, and our goal today is to split this tractor and to move the engine and radiator section forward so that I can get into the clutch housing here and make some adjustments and clean out the whole clutch assembly. It's just caked with field dirt and grease and oil over the years, and I haven't been able to adjust it appropriately because of that. When you push in the clutch, it just keeps going. And I was putting it on the trailer the other day and had a little incident, so I decided I better get this fixed before I try to put it on the trailer anymore. So the idea is to split this by about 2 or 3 feet so that I can get into each section, clean it out, and then inspect everything. And I know that the throwout bearing seems very loose, and so I want to take a look at that. Might need to replace that. I have no idea what shape the clutch plate is in either, so I want to take a look at that as well. So we're going to separate this, and then we're going to inspect everything, make whatever repairs necessary, and then put it back together. One of the things that's bothering me too is the rear seal on this engine appears to be leaking a lot, and so at some point we're probably going to need to deal with that, but I'm not prepared to do that job right now. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I've taken the nut off of the front axle support right here, and this piece goes through a hole that's in the tube portion of the tractor, not the engine portion. So that will pull out, and I've got a kind of a safety strap on here in case my gizmo fails here, and I'm hoping that this will just take the weight off the back of the engine so that I can move it forward. Once I get it forward and in place, I'm going to put another jack stand under the back end of the engine here to prop it up and take the weight off of this lift. I've undone all 4 bolts. I've detached the throttle mechanism, the throttle rod that goes all the way to the front to the governor from back here. I've also taken apart the oil distribution tubes that cross over this section here. To shore up the tube in the back of the tractor, I've bolted 2 boards, 2x6s, onto the holes for implements here, and that will hold the tube up in place, and I've got a jack stand under it as a backup to that. And I've blocked the rear tires. I've got it in first gear, and so I should probably disconnect the spark plug wires just so nothing crazy happens here. We're not going to spin the engine at all, but you never know. And so with all of that, I think I'm ready to separate this, and just wish I had a little more confidence in my I'm just using one of the valve cover bolts so I'm using that one bolt to support the back end of the engine here. It's not really clear to me how much weight is on that and whether that's okay or not. I do have this strap to sort of take some of the weight as well. So I think I'm ready to get going with this. So let me reorient the camera, and we'll get on with this. All right, so we're starting to inch this forward, and I think we are free of the tractor already. Probably should have had some help with this. All right, so what I'm going to do now is get my jack stand under here. I already see a giant problem trying to brace this. What I need to do is use this flange right there. Okay. So that put most of the weight on the jack stand. So let me get the camera then straightened out, and we'll look inside of each space and see what we have. All right, so here's a look inside the bell housing, the end of the tube on the rear of the tractor. Let me get a flashlight here. So you can see how dirty this is, and you can really see how loose this throwout bearing is. I think that's probably the problem. So we'll be taking that out and cleaning this whole thing up. And I'm not sure you can see this, but the adjustment rod has only got about 2 or 3 more turns on it. And I was making the rod longer by unscrewing it from its connection here so that it would push the throwout bearing further. And I was just afraid I was going to run out of adjustment. And I think the whole problem is that the throwout bearing is so worn. I just don't know how the bearing even works. So we'll pull that out, we'll clean all this up, and then we'll get a new throwout bearing and make sure that any worn parts like the yoke or any of that kind of stuff, we'll get that replaced as well if we need to. So let me move the camera around here so you can see the clutch side. So here you can see the clutch side. And sorry about the light in here, I better take care of that. But it looks like the clutch disc itself is not too bad. It seems to have plenty of meat on it, but you can see how worn each of these fingers are. So I don't know. I'll have to do some research on how worn these can be and still be effective. Could be that I need a whole new clutch plate, but I'm not sure that's the case. I'm hoping not. Those are kind of expensive. So I'll be cleaning both of these sections up and taking some parts out, especially the throwout bearing here, and we'll see if that's all there is that we need to replace. So that's where we are. We're in pretty good shape here that we got this thing apart, and I haven't had it. All right, we're going to turn our attention here to the throwout bearing, and we're going to see if we can get this entire mechanism out of here. And I think the only thing holding it in is this little clip right here, and it was turned around the other way, and so I used the nose of a needle nose pliers to turn it all the way around so I could get a grip on it right here. And I think it's just a matter of pulling it out. Set it here so I don't lose it, and then I think that's the only thing that's holding that pin in that holds this yoke here, or it's called the fork, I think. So now what I'm going to do is get a drift and drive that pin out this way. I think this way, and we'll see if that gets us access to the whole gizmo. So let me go get that tool. I'll be right back. All right, so what I'm going to do here is tap on this side. It seems to be working. I should have cleaned it first, but I think if I keep going, it'll come out the other side. It is kind of hard to go, hard to keep tapping. Keep doing it. Okay, so I got that rod out, and then I had to take the rod out, the clutch rod from the clutch pedal. I had to unscrew it from the pin, and that makes this whole gizmo come out like this. So there's the throwout bearing and the sleeve that fits on, and that's pretty loose. And the throwout bearings on these tractors apparently are ball bearings, and so there's an awful lot of wear inside here. So I'm going to clean up these parts. This is the fork, And again, I'll clean this up and see. There seems to be an awful lot of play in here, so might be time to get a new fork altogether. So I'll take a look at the fork and certainly replace this, and I'll have to clean this part up and see if it's in serviceable condition. It sort of looks like it is. And I think the rest of that's probably okay if cleaned up. So I'll get after this, and these parts will get cleaned up, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I finally got my parts. Had to order from 2 different places. I got new throw-out bearing, which I've pressed on to the carrier. I've got the felt seal for the rear main seal on the engine. I'm going to take that plate off. I got to drain the oil first. Take the plate off, replace the seal, put the plate back on, and then we'll be ready to put the whole flywheel and clutch assembly on. One of the issues with this is the worn spot right here, but what I'm going to do is just turn it around so that the unworn spot is pushing against the pivot here for the throw-out bearing. So I think that'll work perfectly. I'm pretty sure I can just turn that around, so I'm not worried about it. The threads go either direction. So I'm ready to go with the throw-out bearing, so I'm going to set the camera up and go ahead and install this whole assembly, and then we'll come back to the other side, the engine side, and talk about taking that plate off and getting to the seal, replacing the seal. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is put this all together. I want to make sure that the grease fitting is down. The fork is going to go like this with this pivot rod here and a keeper right there. So we'll drive that in, but I think before we do that we're going to put this piece on here, and it goes, the fork goes between these 2 pieces like that. And the smaller piece here goes in the bottom set of holes on the fork right down here, right there, through there, and the threaded end sticks out on the left side of the tractor as the driver's sitting in the seat, because that's where the clutch is, on the left side. Okay, I've got the clutch rod hooked up to the clutch, got the spring and the stopper on there, and you can see the motion of the throw-out bearing. That all looks good, looks lubed up, looks good. Now there'll be some adjustment to make on the length of this rod right here. And to make that adjustment, you take it off the clutch pedal and then unscrew it. It makes the rod longer and gives you more stroke on the suppression of the throw-out bearing. So we'll get to that later. So now I'm going to see what it takes to get the flywheel side done, and I'll be back.